These are some Dinar Guru updates, starting off with Norv, aka Guru Caparoni. I have always stated with the success of Iraq's economy will come the increase of the dinar. Some interesting news article quote, the social security law includes many privileges for workers in the private sector, unquote. This law was passed last weekend. This is critical to get people off the government payroll and working for the private sector, which has been stated already will not only diversify Iraq's economy, but rebuild the country. Article, quote, retirement, the insurance law will provide a salary for more than 2 million workers in the private sector, unquote. They plan to launch this law in August, which in essence means they will launch private sector at that time. This is big news, so we can expect significant changes come August to Iraq's economy coming yet this year. All right, Frank 26 says these are good times for our investment because the things that are happening are not negative. They're moving in a positive direction. We're right at the edge of cliff. On my tiptoes with my arms spread wide open, with my chest sticking out, leaning forward over this cliff, all I need is a little gust of wind to knock me over and fly like a bird into the international world with this new national currency. All right, Militia Man says it's a CBI's job to make a rate change adjustment. It's not the Parliament or it's not the Council of Ministers or Finance Committee's job to do that. Mark Z via PDK says we continue to hear positive things. There's a lot of chatter about a possible release today from Reno. That may be a little early, but I am still feeling very good about this month. My contacts in Iraq say Iraq is positioned to dump their Rothschild central bank. They are doing whatever it takes to go with or without everyone to force the RV to fruition. They are joining BRICS and moving away from the US dollar. All right, Pimpy says the official rate, which is when the bank tells you it's a fixed rate, not floating. In the streets, what you have is black market where people will pay you more dinar than you would normally get from the bank in order to get the US dollars. It has nothing to do with it floating. There's the official one rate and a parallel black market one rate. All you have to do is pay attention to what the central bank is telling you. All right, Frank 26, question, what happens after they open the budget? Frank says, I don't know, but it's the next chapter in our investment. Nothing is going to work without the new exchange rate. That's a fact of life. All right, we have Deep Woods community comment, quote, it's the CBI that changes the rate, not Parliament. The CBI can do it any time, unquote. Deep Woods has a Constitution, Article 110, the federal government shall have exclusive authorities in the following matters: formulating fiscal and customs policy, issuing currency, regulating commercial policy across regional and government boundaries in Iraq, drawing up the national budget of the state, formulating monetary policy, and establishing and administering a central bank, unquote. Deepwood says, so although the CBI actually changed the rate, they do it at the PM's and the COM's discretion. Case in point, when Sudani became PM, he fired Mustafa Gala and installed a lock. Right, Mountain Goat says the articles this week are still rolling out yet more currency reforms, but most importantly, they are now enforcing the new CBI currency mandates and the sole use of the dinar with a special task force of policemen. Wow, wow, wow. So we can see they mean business. I feel there is no turning back. This is moving forward. We're heading for the long-awaited reinstatement of the Iraqi dinar to Forex, not as a placeholder, but open for business trading. We could possibly see what we are looking for prior to June. All right, Sandy Ingram, recent dinar history recap. Iraq finally had an election. There is a new prime minister who is friendly with Iran. Large sums of US dollars began flowing into Iran, who is under sanctions. The United States immediately stopped the flow of US dollars into Iraq, and Iraq was on its way looking like Zimbabwe. Fortunately, a delegation was called to Washington, D.C., and for 6 days and nights they hammered out a plan. We believe we are seeing the plan unfold. Iraq is all about making progress, and when this progress continues, the value of their currency will increase against the US dollar, and this is what we're waiting for. All right, Frank 26 says the whole world is pouring into Iraq. You don't think these companies and countries know something you don't know? Of course. And lastly, we've got Bruce via PDK over the weekend. Certainly by Sunday, Iraq was going to expose their budgets and the new rate would be in the budget. They did do that, but we were kept from seeing the new rates and we won't see it until Thursday. That's what I'm hearing out of Iraq. The new rate is supposed to be available to us to see here on Thursday. Exchanges on Thursday, I'm telling you, I'm being told from some pretty strong sources. I think we're looking pretty good right now.